Samarkand, a city in Uzbekistan that feels like a living museum. This place is over 2500 years old and has seen everything from Alexander the Great to Emir Timur. But reaching this heart of the Silk Road wasn't easy. I was supposed to be at the university at 4:30 for the registration, but luckily it lasted until 5:30. So I got myself coffee. Now as you can see there's a crowd out there and the people are registering for the trip and we will go on bus. The trip will take around 4 or 5 hours, which is insane. But at least I have time to sleep. There were around 150 people going, as you can see, on 3 fancy buses. All the seats were pretty comfortable. I cannot adequately sleep while sitting. And initially we were supposed to depart at 6, but somehow we were late. So I couldn't sleep because of a close friend of mine whom I meet only once a year. Funny and sad, we study at the same university but haven't seen each other for quite some time. We chatted non-stop all the way to Samarkand, and in order not to make this part boring for you, we decided to play a game. I'm with my brother Nodir.
Hello guys, assalamu alaikum everyone. So we are with my brother, friend Mehruz on our trip.
Right now we're in the Uzbek region.
Yes.
So inshallah we will reach the destination. So now let's play a game, okay? Let's kill the time while we're on our way. Name me 3 countries starting with R.
R.
Yeah.
So Russia, Rwanda, Russia, and only cities come to my mind, you know. Now countries.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Europe.
Europe. Okay. In Europe from R. Romania.
Yes, excellent.
Romania, yes, okay.
E. E. Okay. Ethiopia. Estonia.
Oh.
Okay, that might be a bit weird, but there is country within a country. England. Name me 1 country starting with Q.
1 country?
Yes, 1 country.
Q. Country. Wow, it's a difficult one. That's why you said 1, yeah?
Yes, it's a hardcore level. Let's see how he handles it.
At least can you tell me which you know?
No, if I tell you, it will be super easy. You 100% know, trust me.
2 hours later.
No way, I can't find, no.
Okay, where was the last FIFA?
Qatar, oh my god, yeah. Qatar, yeah. Qatar.
Yes. Now it's your turn to challenge me. I'm ready.
Okay, for you, W.
W?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think.
A few moments later.
You're having the revenge right now. Yeah? You're enjoying the moment of me suffering.
Of course, like it has to be draw, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Should I give you a hint?
Okay.
1 big kingdom.
Ah, Wales.
Yeah. Wales.
Okay. Well done. J. Let's go with J.
J.
3 countries.
Okay.
2 hours later.
What countries do we have?
We have enough, trust me.
We have enough?
Yeah.
Let me. Jordan. Jordan. It's not
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Jordan.
And when I say it's easy, it's literally easy.
Okay, tell me the neighboring country at least. Neighboring country.
No, I can't. Trust me, you will figure it out very easily. Asia.
Okay,
They have their own pop culture, and it's also famous here.
Pop culture.
Yes.
Oh my God, Japan.
Yes, Japan. Last time.
We should ask help from others.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
I'm telling you, you may give up if you want to.
I give up.
You give up?
Yeah.
Okay, really? Okay. I didn't expect it. But I take it.
Which country?
Jamaica.
Ah.
Now we have another party joining.
Hello everyone.
But now we'll play with the cities. B. Okay, let's go
B?
with B. Yeah.
Okay. Bukhara.
Uh-huh.
Budapest.
Uh-huh.
Budapest. Bishkek.
Bishkek. Okay.
Bishkek.
Should we refer to you as Miss or Mrs?
This is Irada.
Okay.
D. Then D.
Dushanbe.
Uh-huh.
Say champagne.
Dubai.
Oh, Dubai.
Dubai and Dushanbe.
What?
No,
Deno? Ah, Deno.
Deno.
Surkhandarya.
I don't know where.
Yes, Surkhandarya. Okay. Good.
May I give a clues?
No. I just need time.
Come on, man. A lot of international treaties happen there.
Geneva.
Geneva. Yeah.
God. Geneva, okay.
Geneva.
Geneva, what else?
If translated like word by word, it would be the land of flowers.
I want to say the same.
Of lava, what? Well, I feel more stupid than usual.
Turkestan.
Stan. Something Stan.
Gulistan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please kill me, please. Okay, one more. This time I'll do it myself.
1 eternity later.
Now I realize how little I know about the cities in world.
No, you know, but you cannot recall it.
Yes, perhaps I cannot recall it, yeah. There might also be.
It was Goa.
Goa.
Oh, okay, never heard of it. Now, enough of the games, let's fast forward time and enjoy the very thing you clicked this video for. To answer your expectations, this video is supposed to be primarily informative and educational rather than just us messing around and talking nonsense like many vloggers do. Thus, you should learn some things from my narrations regarding 4 major sites we visited. We have finally arrived at our first destination called Shahizinda. Shahizinda is a historic necropolis which dates back to the 11th century and consists of mausoleums built over several centuries, primarily during the Timurid period in the 14th and 15th centuries. The site is named after Qusam ibn Abbas, a cousin of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, whose tomb is believed to be housed here. We did see the room and his tomb, although we were not allowed to record it. According to oral traditions and local legends, Qusam ibn Abbas traveled to Central Asia during the 7th century as part of the early Islamic missionary efforts. The legend surrounding his burial at Shahizinda states that he was martyred while preaching Islam in Samarkand. Local lore claims that after his death he miraculously entered a living state, hence the name Shahizinda means the living king, but is just a legend. It features a series of interconnected tombs, I would say way too many tombs, and quite similar infrastructure. Mosques adorned with Islamic titlework and inscriptions. Shahizinda served as a burial site for members of the Timurid royal family, including relatives of Tamerlane and prominent scholars. The complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site as part of Samarkand's crossroads of cultures. Now we've got the real Samarkand color. Following lunch, we headed straight for the next site called Kore Amir. As the name suggests, it's the burial place of the conqueror Emir Timur along with members of his family and close advisors. Built in 1404, it features a spectacular blue dome and sophisticated Persian-style architecture. The mausoleum was originally constructed for Timur's grandson Muhammad Sultan, but became Timur's final resting place after his death in 1405. Inside, the tombstones are placed above the actual graves in the crypt below. So this place so far is the most peaceful one. We are outside of Emir Timur's tomb. So as you can see, sun, bloody sun. So, скажи что-нибудь умное.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Here we are at last at perhaps the most famous and the most beautiful place in the entire country, the Registan Square. Goodness, by the time I got to this part of the editing, I had caught a cold. So don't get surprised if you notice that the voiceover has changed a bit. Well, to say something clever about this scenery, Registan historically served as a public square for gatherings, royal proclamations, and trade. The meaning of the word itself is sandy place or desert in Persian. The square was surrounded by madrasas or Islamic schools and was a major center for learning. Students from all around the Islamic world studied theology, mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. But at present there is nothing inside but art galleries, museums, and souvenir shops. Well, nothing surprising, it's a tourist destination. Yeah, I must admit there are plenty of spectacular items exhibited, as you can see, with their own history. But I highly doubt reading descriptions of every single one of them isn't going to be boring. Therefore, if you really want to know about them, then just buy a ticket and go and visit the city. Duh. Oh, by the way, regarding our visit, I'd like to share with you my first impressions, an extremely important advice that you must take into account. I've never been in Samarkand before, and hence my expectations were high. Like really high. The trip and overall experience were quite disappointing. And it's not necessarily because of the city or sites, but how the quote-unquote tourist itself was organized. First and foremost, there was no guide, and we were all basically wandering around throughout the entire trip from one place to another without basic knowledge. Nor did we have a knowledgeable and skilled narrator that would at least provide shallow info about each place and keep us engaged. I actually had to research Samarkand while making this video, but during our visit I didn't know a lot about the sites, nor did I know much more after the end of the trip. I was looking at items and be like, there must be something important, yet I didn't know what. Seriously, please, never ever go to historical places without a qualified guide. You will die of boredom, like myself. But my experience wasn't completely ruined because I was most of the time chit-chatting with Nodir as well as meeting new people. So people that surrounded me were the ones carrying this whole trip and preventing me from completely drowning in frustration. Hence, take my word as a gospel and don't travel to historical place without a guide, or at least a good friend. Alright, enough of my wisdom and complaints. We arrived at the last place in the list, and not for sightseeing. What's the name of this market? What's the name of this market? Siap. Now we should switch to Uzbek, you know?
Can you also leave
Otherwise they'll think we're tourists and they'll overcharge. We've come a bit late. It is the largest market in Samarkand, in fact. Yet it was already getting closed because we came late. I'm telling you again how organized and managed the trip or the tour was. We still have a chance to get the Samarkand bread. This is the example of when the demand is higher than the supply.
Oh my god, not economics, no.
Okay, I got the famous Samarkandi bread and katlama bread, katlama naan. So now we are going back to the bus. So I think it's time to conclude our trip. Any last words?
Any last words?
Last words. It has been an amazing trip with the cruise. We got to speak a lot with each other, strengthen our friendship.
Indeed, this was the best thing that happened in the trip. Although I'm also glad I recorded my first vlog for you all. This was actually not planned. Initially, I decided in the early morning hours of that day, like, okay, let's film a vlog. And frankly, a lot of footage of me and Nodir was left off the record. We just decided to keep it between ourselves. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Socialize, travel, seek knowledge, and continue watching my videos. See you, folks.